Hi everyone, Al the Psych here. I have a video for you today for informational purposes only on the Adonis complex. This is a book written by Pope Phillips and Olivardia in 2000. And I'll probably do this in two parts, I'm thinking. And a lot of the information I'm going to present is taken directly from the book. Okay, so let's get right to it. Here are some of the gems that I've picked out from the book. Many men with a body image obsession are increasingly surrounded with media images of masculine perfection, not just in the gym, but in advertisements, TV, in the movies. Of course, they're bombarded by, a multi-billion dollar industry that capitalizes on men's insecurities. Okay. Now, women typically are more comfortable in voicing appearance concerns, and men, on the other hand, still have more of a taboo against voicing their concerns. Um, Real men aren't supposed to whine about their looks, as the authors put it. Now, just so you know, the Adonis complex is not an official medical term, but the authors use it to refer to an array of body image concerns of boys and men. Now, the term muscle dysmorphia. This is an excessive preoccupation with body size and muscularity. These men may persist in compulsive exercising despite pain, despite injuries, and many will take anabolic steroids and other drugs to bulk up because they think they don't look good enough. It's interesting, a lot of people who are taking steroids will now say that they are, enhancing uh, their workouts. So they've kind of given it a nice reframing. Um, Now, these men might have, these men with issues with muscle dysmorphia, they might have bought into the media presentation of what real men look like. Now, more men, almost double in the 90s, in the 1990s, reported being dissatisfied with their muscle tone than the men in the 1970s. And if you look at the male movie icons from different generations, you can see how things have changed, how they've progressed, I guess, if you want to use that word, to you get actors, that came out like Schwarzenegger and Stallone and, The Rock and, all these other actors now that are much more muscular than in previous generations. And now the authors also talk about other concerns other than muscle dysmorphia, such as binge eating disorder. And again, this is for men and boys. So binge eating, dieting, working out, binge eating again. And then there's also like secret little dietary rituals that men have. It's not just specific uh, to women. Okay, I think that's maybe the old line of thinking that these body image concerns and these eating concerns are for women. They're specific to women, and it's apparently not the case. The authors make the point that the eating patterns of these men can almost all be traced to the Adonis complex, overconcern, dissatisfaction, or outright obsessions with body image. Now, men who have eating disorders, especially severe forms, may suffer not only from a distorted image of their bodies, but also from a distorted image of themselves as men. So that's very important. Not just a distorted image of their bodies, but a distorted image of themselves as men. So it's interesting that many young men think that women prefer men that are very bulky and, very muscular. But the studies that the authors present, the ones that they mention, indicate that women, for the most part, really don't prefer the hyper bulky, super muscular men. Which brings us to one other point, and then I'll cut this video off. So some men choose high muscularity not because they believe women prefer it, but because of a threatened masculinity. So they may be trying to distinguish their manliness. A sense of manliness may be linked to body image issues. Okay, so that's part one of this video, and I will do another part of the Adonis complex that'll follow this. Okay, thanks.